For me,
Florida isn't worth much.
For me, it was in the mid-60s yesterday. It was pretty pleasant, all things considered. I could totally tell that it was winter.
It was like 45 here, and I was walking around in shorts. I'm like, yeah, this is nice. And then this morning is like, oh, it's still 35 degrees outside. It's going to be a nice, good day.
Yeah,
Come noon, it's 25 degrees outside. Not.
I've stopped being able to notice when it's only that cold outside.
I've stopped.
That's permanently balmy for me now.
Current temperature, it's fucking cold.
Yeah, either it is ungodly cold or,
Or I can get through this.
Exactly. It's either fuck no or whatever.
Indeed.
Wonder
Is there any room in your life for a fuck yes, Aaron?
The fucking weather. It's fucking cold. Oh, that's good.
You sure you're not upgrading your character sheet, Aaron? I thought you bought stuff.
I upgraded it last time.
Didn't you buy more stuff?
No.
You sure?
I haven't changed my character sheet since last time.
Are you sure?
We talked about
He
it.
tried to buy stuff.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
I never managed to get that molecular stiletto.
Because apparently it was easier to find a rarity 8 object.
You see, maybe Jay should have limited his search or broadened his search to shoes, Aaron. Then he would have found the stiletto heel.
Oh, we got all the shoes.
Oh, a protocol.
If we spent a week here, 6 of those days were spent buying shoes.
Yeah, no, I mean, a protocol droid with welded-on stiletto heels is pretty much the best thing ever. I think we can all agree on that. That's going to be included in Jay's next armor set.
I figured it was already there.
It's just intuitive, right?
No comment.
Last week, we weren't spending a week here. We were going to leave as soon as possible, and it was going to take us 3 or 4 days to get to our destination.
Yeah, so I'm going to give. So of course I'm going to give you guys a chance to buy final things, right?
Like stiletto heels.
Yeah. One last time. Like, what do you guys need? Do you guys need food?
Nope.
Well, you said there was already a bunch of food in the ship when we got here. How much exactly are we looking at?
Quantify a bunch. You're looking at maybe a week's worth of supplies.
Okay, then we would be looking... I assume we would be looking to fill the ship to capacity of consumables.
I believe capacity is 3 months.
2 months.
2 months, 3 months, whatever. I was giving you guys a bone. Toss it back in my face, will you?
That's an extremely large bone.
The only food it can accommodate is nutrient-based.
2 months for how many people?
Full crew.
Full complement of crew and passengers.
Mm-hmm.
A full complement of crew and
full complement
passengers who eat.
A full complement of crew.
Okay, then crew.
How great is the crew size?
2, I believe.
Let me check. Passenger capacity is 6. Crew size 1 pilot, 1 co-pilot, engineer. So 2 months.
Okay, so 2 months would accommodate this party.
Yeah,
Or
this
2
exact
months.
party.
Mm-hmm.
3 eating people.
So, how much do I need to deduct for ship credits, or is that just going to be one of those narrative, unbothered costs?
Oh, we stole that shit.
Well,
It
let
wasn't
me
nailed down.
see here. Who here would anyone be trying to negotiate with people with sellers of foodstuffs? Or would you just be buying it at cost?
This is a bulk purchase. Of course we would negotiate.
Alright. Alright. Hit me with your best offer.
A reasonable amount minus 20%.
Listen, bub.
I don't know.
I'm working a business here.
Hey, we'll be through this area, pretty much all the time. So, it's just going to be a repeat business.
Yeah, but I'm not going to make you roll for that. There's people willing to sell it to you at reasonable cost minus 20%, which will add up to be around 500 credits.
Okay.
It just tastes terrible is all.
Yeah, if you want the good stuff, that costs double.
Whoa. Nobody said you wanted me to negotiate for flavor.
Hey,
Hey.
Jay doesn't want you to negotiate for flavor.
Lissa already bought her own flavor.
Yeah.
I'll find my flavor somewhere.
You'll
This
find
is heading down a very awkward path.
As a GM, I highly endorse cannibalism.
Go mad, eat your crew.
Jokes on
It's
you.
not-
I mean,
it's
we're all different races.
I was about to say, that doesn't sound like cannibalism to me.
Hey, whoa, hold up. Jay could totally cannibalize R5.
Oh man, you just want to put pieces of B inside you, don't you?
Oh,
I mean, technically, we can also cannibalize them for you.
Exactly. Heck, Jay could cannibalize most of the, what are we calling it, Jack's Revenge?
it was known as Name Me before Ryan got on.
Too late.
You're just salty because I named it before you realized that I had named it.
Yeah, I am salty.
You need to
I
lose
understand.
that sodium in your life, Jordan.
Yeah, I need more. I used to play Dota. That's a salty game. Anyways, I'm giving you guys one last time. If you guys want to buy any survival gear, now is your final chance.
Is there anything, like, I know I asked this in the chat towards the end of yesterday, but got no response. Do we want to pick up any large-scale tools for salvaging this thing? Because
I'd
I
say
assume in our engineering bay we mostly have things large enough to work on this ship.
Yeah.
And we're looking to, at the very least, pull the slave drive or whatever out of the capital ship.
And parts of it.
I got some slicer gear to help with just getting into the fucking thing, but instead of a hands-on toolkit, you know.
what
No,
kind
carrying
of
thing now.
tools are you thinking?
I don't really know because I'm not super knowledgeable on that sort of thing.
I don't really know either. If we get there and we see that we need something else, that we can always come back. The Moff said that he wouldn't write this off until like 2 months had passed.
Yeah.
As far as things on,
Okay.
I'd mentioned there were things on the list. There's things like arc cutters and beam drills and things like that. There's only actually 2 or 3 large-scale ones that can be used as weapons.
That can be used as weapons.
There's a pulse drill. Right, these are just examples, I guess you would call it. There's a pulse drill, which they have amusingly put a picture of a plasma cutter from Dead Space on there. Beam drill, which sounds like a large mining type scale item that can be lugged around.
You said you would put this stuff in the group chat?
No, I had asked in the chat if there were any larger tools that anyone could think of.
That must have been in the mess of all of the unread notifications I had.
Yeah, it was,
You mean the
it was
war
towards
garble?
the end. Alternatively, I could just try to find a lightsaber and we can cut everything apart with that.
That's Plan Z. Good.
Hey, it ignores 1 point of armor per attack.
Thought about getting medical supplies in case of anything. I know you have stim packs, but stim packs cover most things, but what about specific injuries?
That's my computer being angry at everyone's failure to notice the military med pack that I bought.
I was
By
going to
everyone, I
mention-
mean.
I just figured I would let you mention it since you got it.
That's right,
I
computer.
know
It's
that.
okay. I took care of the situation. Calm down.
Wow, cool. Does that work on Jay?
No.
No.
Then I
No,
don't
but
care.
they can use it on other people.
No, he can't.
Can't or won't.
Yes.
Well, the question is, how conscious are they? Because I don't think that most life forms want to allow that.
If you looked like a medical droid, that'd be one thing.
He doesn't.
Paint him white. Well, he probably
I
has white
fucking
parts
know
on
that!
it.
You look like a protocol droid! Motherfucker, this fucking desk!
He's got a couple white panels on him.
You mean you don't look like a medical droid? Shit!
Damn it.
Then
thought-
what do medical droids look like?
I thought C-3PO looked like a medical droid this entire time. No. I'm not interested in buying it. If there's any sort of need to, like, force something open, can't, like, lasers, like from like the guns, like cut things open? Isn't that the power of lasers?
Yes. This is...
I think that we proved that last time, yes.
There we go. I mean, we could get like some sort of like arc wielder or a specific thing to like peel a spaceship apart, but I don't want to go spending money on a situation where, I don't know. I don't know what to expect wherever we're going other than the fact that it's wild space.
Some kind of cutting tool would probably be a good idea.
Something to, because I assume we're not going to be able to open the docking ring if it's unpowered.
Okay, what about just
and there might be closed blast doors.
What'd you say, Aaron?
What about just a normal-ass fusion cutter, or is that something that we would already have in our...
Probably, I believe that will be listed under tools, because they just have... They don't list...
Fusion cutters in the weapons listing, actually.
Yeah, it's 175 credits. Is that something that we already have in our engineering bay, or something that we could grab to have a cutting open doors tool?
Sure, because it's... As far as I know, fusion cutters only do... At least the fusion cutter that's on your little droid, it only does stun damage.
No, this one does.
This one does
pretty
not.
fucking horrible damage.
Yeah, you have to spend some money to pick one up, but hey, there you go. It's not that hard to find one.
You guys must be using that one of them books that don't exist.
I'm looking at the books that don't exist. I don't know if I can find it. Yeah, I'll find it.
According to this, it does 5 damage, has Breach 1, Burn 3, and Sunder.
Alright.
Right, the Breach one's the big thing.
Exactly. And Sunder, for that matter.
Alright. You can get one.
What's its rarity?
I don't know what's rarity is.
2.
Yeah, okay. We can get one.
It's an item that's mostly... It's a tool.
It's in Age of Rebellion, by the way.
Oh!
Oh. That would explain why I had not heard of it.
I'm sitting here looking through all the Edge of the Empire books.
Oh. I just enabled the options that Ryan suggested, and there it is.
I enabled them all just because I was using other species.
That explains why it was imaginary. It really was in a book that doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. Alright. But yeah, you can acquire one.
Oh, this is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, since I finally decided what to spend my experience on,
Okay.
would it be feasible that I would have learned a little bit of the gunnery and piloting planetary, having picked up the speeder bike and just fucked around with it?
Sure. If they're in spec, I mean they're in courier, right?
Only one of them is in Korea, which would be piloting planetary.
The other one will cost an additional 5 XP.
That's fine. I'm going up for 1 in each, so that costs me 15.
Alright.
Alright, I can deduct this 175 from the ship credit total, but someone gets to carry this thing and keep track of it.
Okay. What page is it on, Ryan?
Let me get back to it. 197.
Okay. Good. Alright. 197. Okay. Where's the encumbrance value?
2.
Alright. There you go. Who wants to carry it?
The technician?
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to be maxed out.
Alright.
I mean...
Yep, I'm going to be maxed out too.
Bullshit.
Carrying my actual toolkit, I would need someone else to hold it.
Okay, fine. We can stick this shit in Jay's cargo compartment. That's what it's there for.
I mean, I'm going to have to carry out this whatever thing that we're going to have to carry out, so I don't have room.
Oh, that's... I imagine we're going to have to take that apart in pieces and carry it out.
Exactly.
Just looking at some of the larger scale stuff, they easily go up to like encumbrance 15, 25, 70, like pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
I can take care of that 15.
You can carry more than your encumbrance limit. You just take penalties.
Right.
He's got this. Alright. Well, if you guys can't think of anything else, I mean, if it's like a very minor thing that you might have picked up, you guys do have access to destiny points. I also figured out why you guys couldn't...
Probably roll that.
I figured out why you guys couldn't roll those. I hadn't enabled campaign macros for you.
All right,
We
that's
did
cool. But that was the other reason why I wasn't so concerned about, like, picking up anything. If we were, like, missing a thing, it'd be like, oh, hey, we don't know how to get in the ship. Good thing that, we picked up this while we were at the station.
Yeah.
Wonderful utility belt.
So yeah,
I see the Destiny pool now in the campaign macros. How about that?
I was an idiot and didn't enable it for you guys.
It's fine.
It's okay.
I accept your apology.
I don't know if Aaron does.
I don't accept any apologies.
Good. Because I don't...
Okay.
Alright. After we get the Destiny point and start, we'll have you guys start off on your journey to whatever this planet's called. Nice. Going strong.
I don't know if that's the way it works, but whatever.
Everyone rolls.
We go ahead and push the button. Woo! Alright, Chris, you push the button.
I pushed the... Wait, where is it?
Did you push the button?
Generate starting
You-
Destiny pool.
Campaign macros.
Yeah.
Campaign. Alright. Yes! We did it!
Alright. Fantastic.
You're all terrible, and also it didn't update it correctly.
Apparently it didn't. Oh well. Well, shit. I'll figure that out later. You guys have 3 black. You have 3 black and 1 white. I'm just going to remember that.
Okay.
All right.
Why they gotta be black?
How about not white?
You mean dark?
Okay.
They're chromatically challenged, both of them.
All right.
Hmm.
So
I accept
I'm going to need the pilot of this vessel.
Yes.
You're gonna need to make an easy piloting check while you pull away from the place that I forgot the name of, the bazaar. There it is. Yeah. Got it.
Oh, believe me, cannot do.
All right. Well, you guys are stuck in the. You guys are stuck.
Literally cannot do.
They try.
We cut to the front of the line.
You guys cut to the front of the line to be the next ones to leave. Again. Try again. I don't know why I even asked.
The less I roll this, the greater the chance of us getting out of here.
Alright, we managed to somehow trick the people who say that we're cleared, like, the landing that we didn't actually take off yet. And so they're like, alright, you have clearance now. Just quit wasting my time.
Alright.
God damn it!
Is
You
Jake...
co-pilot!
Uh-oh. Alright.
It'd actually be a lot easier for me to just skilled assist Jay.
Well,
Exactly.
do you need, like, a co-pilot, like, function in order to, like, co-pilot? Like, how does this work?
Well, if we do skilled assistance, we use his ability dice.
Right. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, to actually be able to co-pilot the thing. I thought there was, like, some sort of, like...
That's a combat check to give boost die, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And just this normal thing here, it's just a title.
Okay.
Alright, Aaron, roll those dice.
Okay, and what is this? How is this working? Do I get, like, 2 boost dice or what?
You don't get any boost die
It'll
because
be
he's...
3 ability, 1 proficiency, 1 difficulty.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's using your characteristic and my skill.
Yeah.
Right, using my agility, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Fuck me!
You did worse!
Alright, so 1 or 2 hours later, we finally end up leaving.
Yeah. They just get pissed off and said, you know what, something's wrong.
I don't know how to do
We're
this.
just in a flat spin in the docking bay.
Spot inspection again.
It's like they fucking call us back to the bay that we were at. They make us all walk out, do some field sobriety tests. Like, alright, fine. Put us back in.
That is one thing I need to do.
Lissa has failed field sobriety.
You weren't flying. And now you're off. Time for this little droid to make his astrogation checks because no one else in the party can.
No.
So-
I can't. We can. He's
Oh,
just
okay.
the best at it.
It's true. This is true.
There was a large reason behind why I asked him to steal the droid.
I didn't even
Liberate the droid.
That's right. I didn't steal anything. I liberated it. He is free to
Just
go
roll.
at any time.
All right.
Yeah, if you can get that through the vacuum of space, back over to
Yeah,
where
he did fine. Calculates a pretty good jump using those launch vectors, and you're off. The
All
white
right.
lines of hyperspace.
All right. Now those advantages mean that our ride is totally smooth and nothing bad happens.
Yep. Totally smooth for 3 straight days.
All right. 3 straight days. I'm into it.
Yep. 3 straight days of just, mind-numbing boredom as you guys go through hyperspace into the unknown.
who's bored.
Shuts himself
25 days of not bored.
How
Much
drunk?
time is spent kicked back with feet up on console.
Nothing is on fire. I'm pretty happy.
I can change that.
Jay spends most of the trip shut down.
It's okay. I bought one of those needless knick-knack Shockboxer bags for the occasion. in the quarters.
I'd assume that Lissa would play Sabak with anyone who's willing to do that.
Nope.
With R5, you mean?
Exactly.
R5 cheats.
Of course R5 cheats.
He
That's part
doesn't
of
even
the
try
point.
to hide it.
Good work, B.
B cheats. Anyways, about an hour after what would be known as galactic noon, because I can't think of a better time, you have a little let's just say an alert goes off on the Navi computer indicating that you'll be coming out of hyperspace in 30 minutes. What do? Only Laana hears this because Lana's the only one in the cockpit.
I'll key up the intercom and just say 30 minutes.
Jay is still shut down.
In the gun pod.
During these 3 days, we've just relocated his body, found a Sharpie, space Sharpie, just started doodling all over him.
Who could tell?
Solana, how much money you have on us getting, shot to pieces as soon as we step out of hyperspace?
I don't think I have enough money to make that bet.
Not a betting.
What do we know about the area that we're exiting into?
All right. What do you know about the area you're exiting into? It's just what do you mean?
I think it's
what's the
largely
system
a-
like.
It's largely unknown. This is wild space. This area has been, if it's had any exploration, it's been spotty at best, and many times the explorers don't return.
So we heard anything at all?
Well, what I gave you, the information was from the Moff himself. It's a verdant green, mostly green planet
Okay.
that seems to be covered in vegetation and green water.
Well,
Basically,
It's
they
a-
didn't know much in the first place and have since utterly lost contact with the area.
Anyways, as the stars form back into being, you're greeted with the sight of a relatively normal-looking solar system. There's an orange. There over there is a yellow. It seems the astrogation droid didn't do as well as you thought. You're in pretty much the outer reaches of the system right now, and it'll take you at least another 12 hours to get to the green planet, which you can clearly see. Well, you know exactly where it is anyways. It is the second planet from the yellow star. Doesn't really have a name. Most of the other planets are nondescript. The third planet is a gas giant. Seems to be an extrasolar captor, and there's a planet that's further in that seems just to be a baking ball of rock. Other than that,
Fun.
you really can't tell much unless someone wants to do some scanning.
I was going to say kick the sensors up and make towards where we're supposed to
That
be going.
sounds like a computer's check.
need a hand.
I don't know what the different...
No, you're the
Ship-based checks
computers
are, yeah.
person. You do that, computers person.
Yeah.
You do the computing.
Need a hand. You are the hand!
Average difficulty.
Do we want to limit them to passive scans or active scans?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the question, Jay can't recommend anything. He's still out.
Yeah, Jay's out. So rolling on the standard bit.
So what are you going to do, an active scanner?
That's an active scan.
Mm-hmm. Are you targeting any of the planets directly, or are you just targeting the green one?
Pretty much the green one.
The active scan, it's a little bit far out to get much, but what you can tell is that the planet is covered in greenhouse gases, so it's got carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen. Seems to be in breathable amounts, so you won't need a breath mask. You reason. Covered in thick vegetation, there seems to be active flora and fauna. Plate tectonics seem to be active, so because there's volcanoes in there's active volcanoes on some of the continents. And you start picking up the faint beep of a distress beacon that seems to be close to dying out.
Where at?
It's
the stress beacon.
the southern continent. Do you want to try making yet another scanning check directly on that? Well, let's say the first scanning check took like 30 minutes. This one's about 30 minutes later. Okay.
Yeah, taking it out.
Yeah, this will be a little bit more difficult, but 3 purples will be fine.
3 purple. Look out.
Yeah.
Oh. Advantageous failure.
You don't know much about the beeping signal, but you do know that the area around where the beeping comes from seems to have many clearings, as they sort of put it, as if they've been. It's like the forest just gives way to these clearings and then stops.
Almost like a ship crashed through all the trees.
Or
Nice.
like,
Or almost
There
like
are
it had been intentionally cleared out.
yeah, like it could have been glass from
Survivors.
orbit.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know what the beeping.
We'll see when we get there.
You could do some other scans if you want to pass the time. If you want to.
I figure one important one would be to scan the general space area to see if there's other ships around.
Probably a good thing.
See
Yeah,
for about
that would have actually been my first one, I think.
Too late.
Yep.
Yeah,
I,
instead we spent an hour actively scanning the planet while other ships could notice.
From
And then
12 hours.
they
of
slowly
distance away.
rearrange themselves around planet and other celestial bodies.
We, man, I don't know what's taking them so long.
Okay. That'll be a difficulty 2 purple. It's not that hard.
Oh, it's quite hard.
Something tells you that you really, really believe that there are other you really don't want to believe that there are other starships out there, but some of your data seems to say that there is, but the other data says that there isn't.
Always expect the worst.
Faint traces of ion trails.
Could be nothing.
It could also be whatever the hell was being used on that ship. We don't know what type of experimental garbage was on there.
Could be anything. Could be nothing.
Could be anything.
Yep.
Space rain.
Mm-hmm.
Sprain.
I'm going to assume. Are you going to make any? Are you going to make any more scans of the area as you arrive?
Just one more to try to clarify what I've been seeing.
Okay, so let's put that as a difficulty 3 because.
A lot of contradictions in those scans.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can safely say for sure that there are no starships out there
Currently.
However,
you short out the scanning equipment on the console.
well, I think you have something to do for the next couple hours.
I know.
It actually has one of those cool arc flashes and everything. Would be deadly, but this is
Yeah.
a little cool and stuff like that.
Hutt, piece of shit.
All right, that'll be a mechanics check at an easy difficulty, but this will take this will take you until 1 hour before you arrive at the planet.
That's
Oh,
sure to be a good smell wafting through the ship.
Oh, you better enjoy.
Meanwhile, how do I wake Jay up?
All right.
Start rubbing wires together.
Pieces of garbage.
I mean, I've dealt with protocol droids before. I used to have one back when I was little and helped teach me Sriwook, but I don't want to break them. Oh, I probably shouldn't have this. Just put that back. There you go. There you go, little buddy.
All right. I'm assuming someone tells him how to turn it on eventually.
It's okay, I'll figure it out. All right, now I think I just press... Nope, that made his light come on. Now his eyes are flashing at me. Is this part of the startup sequence?
Which motherboard code is that?
You just gotta listen to the post.
Goes long, short, short, long. Now it's...
The
All right.
storage department.
If I just...
And 5 empty bottles just
Okay,
roll
there
out.
I go. And Rakcharr will start up J.
All right. Jay will give a dramatic, sarcastic yawn and stretch, which don't make any sense because he's a droid.
One of your fingers falls off.
The fuck?
I get to put them back on again.
Rakcharr says, well, you were asleep for 3 days. Anything could happen, right?
So you started pulling fingers off?
No, that wasn't me. Totally wasn't me.
Fell off on its own.
Look. Lissa, she's busy trying to... The scanner broke, and she's trying to put that back together, so my job was to wake you up.
Was it?
Anyways,
Well, I mean, you could have woken yourself up, right? Can you?
I was out of time to wake up.
time for what?
4 days after our departure, after you all were dead.
I mean, I could quit and put you back to sleep if you want.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay.
I just figured if no one came around to wake me up by then, you'd be dead, and anything that killed you would be gone.
That's very trusting. What if something had happened and, like, you would have been needed to, like, help the ship or, like, try to survive or something?
Then you would have turned me on.
Very trusting. Okay.
Okay. Chris, 1 hour away from the planet, you have constituted the scanning console into some usable shape.
It's held together with mostly scrap and anger.
Good.
So it blends in.
Let your anger flow through you. Anyways,
Put my finger back on.
How did your finger fall off?
I don't know.
I'll put it back on, but it's just...
you don't even need a roll for that. It's like super easy.
Let me spot weld that back on and get the connections going.
Okay. I'm giving you one last chance to make a single scan of the planet. This one will be an average difficulty.
How far are we from it at this point?
45 minutes away. Just in another 25 minutes, you'll start actually hitting the top of the atmosphere.
Well, I mean, of course I'd scan after fixing the thing. Let's see if it works properly now.